واضرب لهم مثلا رجلين جعلنا لأحدهما جنتين من أعناب وحففناهما بنخل وجعلنا بينهما زرعا.
In a long-forgotten town, there lived two men. One of them was poor, but he believed in Allah, thankful to Him, well pleased with his life, and happy with what Allah Almighty has provided him. The other friend, however, was rich, owning two beautiful, bountiful, lush gardens, full of ripe fruits, and green top trees of grapes, date palms, as well as cultivated crops that consistently bore abundant varieties of healthy produce. Allah Almighty also caused the rivers and streams to flow through the two gardens, providing ample fresh water to irrigate the farmland. As a result, the two fertile gardens continuously yielded magnificent harvests without fail, and hence became a reliable source of great income for its owner. The abundance of wealth made the rich friend arrogant, greedy with his wealth, discrediting Allah Almighty for His blessings. He took great pride in his abundant crops, financial and social strength. He used to spend many hours in the two gardens, marveling at his accomplishments. Being boastful, he was never thankful for the great bounty of Allah Almighty. Dazzled by his wealth, the rich man was frequently bragging about his possessions and the status that they brought him, stressing that his friend was not as successful as he was. And in asserting his superiority, he used to remind his friend that he wasn't only richer, but also with more children than him. Assuming that the wealth he had was everlasting, the rich man was engrossed with the paradise of the world, thinking his garden was indestructible and would never perish, forgetting about the real paradise that Allah Almighty had promised the true believers. Despite his doubt of the Day of Judgment, the rich man was confident that if he died, and even if the Day of Judgment existed, he'd be granted an even better garden. He was deceived into thinking that the worldly favors bestowed on him by Allah Almighty was because of his superiority over others, and so it would extend to the hereafter as well. The good friend advised the rich man against being ungrateful to Allah, reminding him of his origins as the rest of all human beings, and that Allah Almighty is the creator of all things. He urged his rich friend to acknowledge that all these riches came from Allah, not through his personal powers or abilities. The poorer companion was never aggrieved that he was not as wealthy or bestowed with as many children as his rich friend. He accepted this as his fate or destiny, realizing that there existed higher wisdom in what Allah granted or withheld from him, and believing that Allah Almighty will grant him something better. He was aware of the temporary nature of any material accomplishments, and that Allah can bestow or deny in the blink of an eye. Therefore, he warned the rich man of Allah's punishment, reminding him not to place too much emphasis on his material possessions, for those were all subject to Allah's determination. One day, the rich man awoke to find his garden completely ruined. All the years of cultivation were obliterated overnight. All his crops were destroyed on their trellises, proving that they were not immune from destruction. The fertile grounds were devastated beyond hope of restoration. The water in the river was sucked back into the ground. Only then the rich man realized the error of his ways, regretted his actions, but by then it was too late. Allah had already decreed his destiny. To his dismay, he found that none of his friends, children, social connections, or in fact anyone could help him against Allah's will. It was too late, and all the regret and remorse did not benefit him after he lost everything.